What's good, y'all? Today I'm going to show you 3 mobility exercises only using a dowel that you could take home for your workouts, for post-workout, only for the upper body. Check this out. All right, y'all, so at home or at the gym, you might find one of these dowels, a broomstick. You could get these at Dollarama, Home Hardware for a few bucks, and they're really, really useful. I like to use these for a couple things like dislocations. So we're going to go wider than hip width apart, feet stuck to the floor, body tall, and we go all the way through here into these dislocations. A couple things with these is that you need a tight grip in order to actually feel a stretch. So what I'm feeling right now are shoulders, biceps, chest, maybe even rib area. And my goal here is to pass through a couple times without cheating. Cheating can mean extending the back and even bending the arms to get back there. So ideally, we're completely locked out with the arms. Everything is slow. And we're constantly breathing throughout the entire exercise. I usually go for around 8 to 10 pass-throughs. Forward and back equals 1. Shake the neck out, shake the shoulders out, and then we're moving on into our second exercise, which is a chest opener. So from here, I'm gonna get about hip width apart again with the feet. I'm gonna angle this stick in a little bit more towards me, not out. It's anchored into the floor. I have a 45-degree angle with this arm, and from here, I'm just gonna lean in to that chest. Once I find a big stretch through the chest area, armpit area, I'm gonna push the stick into the ground and then work my way up to that standing position again. So again, stick the stick into the floor, hinge the hip back, small bend in the knees. I lean into this area right here. From here, because it's anchored in, what I could do with a tight grip and locked out arm is start feeding different angles through my arm and the side of my body. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then push the stick into the ground to get back up. For this one, I would recommend around 5 reps. I'm gonna switch over to the other side. I'm leaning in again. Tight grip on the dowel. And then pushing the stick into the ground to get back up with a locked out arm, okay? Switching over again from this angle. These angles can change. Maybe sometimes they're a little bit more overhead or a little bit wider depending on what you're working and how you feel. And then press into the stick to get back up. Let's do one more on this side. Sometimes if I have it and I know that it's safe for me to do, I'm gonna start to spin the stick outward. So I bend my wrist back, as you can see here, and it's gonna make this stretch a little bit more intense on my front line. I'm gonna come back before I actually press up, and then I press up to get back up tall, okay? My last one, really, really good one of my favorites here. I'm gonna stick this into a corner of the wall, okay? From here, I'm gonna take my hand on the inside where the wall is. That same side leg goes back into a full extension. This leg is bent. I have this force into the wall. I'm gonna start leaning into the wall and the stick at the same time. So if you haven't done this one before, super intense in that side, like lat area, rib area. And you can make it more intense by just adding a deep breath in. So huge breath in while I feel this stretch. Huge exhale out. And then I switch over to the other side. Stick that into the corner of the wall. Hand goes to the top of the dowel. Same side leg goes back, full extension. This leg is stacked. As I press into the corner wall, I lean into the wall and to the stick. It does help to have that back squeeze on that leg. And then I reset. Let's do one more per side, just to make sure you find all of the details and really work this at home or at the gym. So again, pushing into the wall, I'm leaning into that armpit area, lat area. If I can handle it, I'm pressing a little bit harder into the dowel and then squeezing the back leg at the same time. Reset, switch one more time for this side. Big, big breath in. Huge exhale, push it into the corner wall. And rest. So 3 things you can work on at home. Amazing for the upper body, especially pre and post workout. You could take these anywhere. All you need is a dowel. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all soon.